Hello everyone and welcome to my tutorial on TensorFlow. Today we'll be building a machine learning model that's capable of image classification. This is going to be based on the TensorFlow website's tutorial, loosely meaning that I'll be putting my own spin on most of these things, and I probably will be breaking them up slightly different, and we'll also be going maybe a little bit farther by adding OpenCV into it. But if you're interested, you can follow along pretty closely with this image classification tutorial, which is here, Tutorials Images Classification at the TensorFlow website. Do navigate here though and download the data set. That's what we will be using as our data set. And what I'm going to be doing a little bit different is there is a utility, a Keras utility here that will let you download from this URL. And we're not going to be doing it that way only because I want to make this a little bit more generic. So if you just follow this link directly and extract it, you can download the entire data set. And what that data set's going to look like is this after you extract it. You're going to have 5 folders, and there's about 3,700 images in this data set. And they are classified as daisies, dandelions, roses, sunflowers, and tulips. And what we will be doing is building a machine learning model, a neural network that will be able to take an image as an input, any one of these images, and as an output, try to determine what type of flower it is, either a daisy, dandelion, rose, sunflower, or tulip. And what's pretty interesting is that, there's lots of color variation, there's lots of different types of images, so there's close-up images, there's groups of flowers like this. So hopefully our model will be accurate enough by the time we're done to discriminate between the type of flower that's shown versus the background, and we can generalize that. And then lastly, we'll be testing our model. We'll just be jumping on the internet, and you can search for a daisy and take an image that the model has never seen before, never trained on, and we can get an idea for how our model is going to perform in the real world application. Same thing with roses. So we can just take anything off the internet and we'll be able to test it against our model. So the first thing I'd like you to do as we get started, I'm going to break this tutorial up into some sections, but the first thing that I'd like you to do is make sure that you have these libraries installed. We'll be using matplotlib, pyplot. This will let us do some plotting and visualization. We're going to be using NumPy. We're going to be using Pill, which is an image library that's installed as Pillow. Of course, you'll need TensorFlow installed as well. And last, I'd add to this if you could install OpenCV using the pip install opencv-python command, because we will probably use OpenCV as well towards the end, which is not covered in this tutorial. So you can use this tutorial as a reference if you are interested more, but I'll basically be covering everything in this tutorial, probably in a little bit more detail than what's talked about on here. So let's get started.